Good morning and welcome to the Right Away After Party. I'm Kath,
And I'm Nick.
and we are on part two talking about making writing your business and making your writing into a business and making money, as in a lot of money, uh, with your ideas put on paper. So
Yes,
I'm on one end of the spectrum with this whole thing.
for
Nick
now.
is on the other end, and she now is going to tell us just what the magic formula is. Nick?
I don't know if there's a magic formula to it, but I just think, yeah, I look like Steve Jobs today with a shirt and everything. So like maybe that's like I'm funneling the Steve Jobs of book business today. Um, I just want everyone to try to kind of open your mind, kind of open up your idea to the possibility of making money from books. Because this has been crammed down our throats from day one. The second you pick up a pencil and you tell anyone I'm a writer, like, oh, what else do you do? How do you make money? Because you're never going to make money that way. Um, this is some
Where I am.
this is something that's been drilled into our souls as writers. You are just to be poor. That is the bottom line. And it doesn't have to be. It just doesn't have to be. So
Hmm.
how do you make it a business? How do you make it viable? How do you actually make money? I haven't done it yet. So we'll have to come back in season 3 and 4 and see like where I'm at in season 2. But I do feel like it is a possibility. I have a very commercial book, and because it's so commercial, I can see the potential of it. And another thing too is I'm a very diverse writer. So I think that's a definitely a plus in my column as far as like, am I going to make money with my career? Another thing too is like, is your idea, could it be on screen? Could it become a movie? Could they option it? Would it be international? Could it be international? These are things that you start thinking about when you're formulating your ideas, when you're building your story. Now, I do not want to take away from the idea that story is an art. It's an art form. You have to cultivate that. You have to become really, really good at story. And that's where the craft part comes in. I've developed my craft for, I think, 17, 18 years now. I mean, well, since I was a little girl, I've been a reader and a writer, and but I've been really into the business of writing, like on the professional end, I think for like the last 10 years, maybe. I want to give myself 10 years probably. Because that's when I really started taking like workshops and really getting like into critique groups and understanding how important beta readers are. But back to the business idea. So when you have an idea that you feel like is really, really commercial and you really want this to really sell, think about how you're going to brand that. Like how are you going to spin that into something that can actually be viable as an asset and can be put into the economy as something that's going to actually build. Like think about licensing. Can you license like ideas off of it? Like for me, I've been thinking about different businesses that I would want to collaborate with along with the book. I mean, that's big picture thinking, right? But if you listen to Brandon Sanderson, and that's someone that's been really inspiring me lately. He's a science fiction fantasy writer, but he really talks about the business of writing, and he has made a lot of money off of writing. I mean, he has bought back his books from Tor to actually sell them himself because he's such a good commercial writer, and he's such a good marketer at this point. He's been at it for 17 years, so he's been doing it for a long time. And if you don't believe me, go listen to Brandon Sanderson about how much money you can actually make in writing. And he actually teaches a course. I think it's at Columbia University, or maybe I can't think of what university he teaches, but he teaches a course called Business and Books. And it's actually about marketing and learning how to create something that's actually really, really commercial that you could actually sell and expand to the theater. He sells international a lot. He also has a lot of merch with his books. So, I mean, these are ideas that you could take and run with. So I really
You
hope
said you said a
that
lot of merch. What's a lot of merch?
so merchandise,
Ah,
like sweatshirts, t-shirts, little, trinkets, toys. He has a plethora of things. He also did something that I'm really thinking about doing too, is that when he has a series, he actually does a point, like he does like book 1, but then he does a 1.5. And what the 1.5 is it's another point of view, but from book one still of a different character. And I thought, oh, that
Oh,
is so intriguing. And
that
so like,
is so intriguing.
I know it's so intriguing. And it's just like a whole other branch of idea of how to make money that I didn't even think of before. There's just so many ways of like
Because the
taking,
story is written, the characters are built.
yeah.
Because you know what? It's always a lovely activity to do. And I've done this, during creative writing t classes that I teach, is to take, for example, the story of the Three Little Pigs
Hmm.
and write the story of the Three Little Pigs from the wolf's perspective.
Yeah.
You know the
I
story,
don't
you
think it's
know
ever
the
been
beginning,
done.
the middle, and the end, you know all the characters.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're looking at the wolf and going, wow, this poor old wolf, he's really hungry and he's got a family, probably with a nagging wife.
Yeah. I don't think that's ever been done. I don't think it's ever been done
It's
told from that
it's
perspective.
huge fun, but this, Nick,
Or
this,
what about the dwarfs? Like what about their perspective from Snow White? No one's ever done that perspective
yeah,
either.
yeah. But just to do that, I mean, it's lovely to try with a little short story because you know how that works, but to go back and
Even your book, Kath. I mean, I was thinking about your book because I was looking at it the other day because I'm ready. I'm almost ready to write my review. I'm so tenuous about. I'm like tenuous about reviews because I'm just like I want to make sure that they're spot on. I want to make sure I do a really good job. I'm not great at writing reviews. I mean, you think I would be a writer? I'd be good at that. But I'm just there's a special art form to that. But I was thinking about your book, and I was thinking like, what about your book from the older brother's perspective, the one that
the one
like
that dies.
yeah, what about his perspective?
Yeah.
That
Or
could
the
be
best friend.
YA. That could be YA, first of all, so you'd be in a different category with that book. And it could be shorter. So these point one books too that he wrote are kind of novellas. They're not like whole books. I just thought that was intriguing.
Very intriguing. Well, writing is a business. What do you think?
Writing is a business. Books are business. I hope I expanded your mind and your thoughts, and I hope it gave you some ideas of like how to cultivate this into an actual, money making machine. But I do not want to take away from craft. I mean, really study craft. I'm not talking to the newbie. I'm talking to the writer that's been at it for a long time. Start taking yourself seriously.
Yeah.
Start.
But listen, I think this can also apply to newbies. Don't
Yes.
start on that track if you don't, because then you're
Yeah.
just being like me and just believing all that and staying there.
Get
Start at the
excited.
beginning and believe that you're going to make this into a business and believe it. Believe like Nick believes.
All
All right, my darlings,
right.
we've come to the end of this track.
Yes. All right, friends, writer friends, and we love you. We hope you subscribe and like to our channel, like to our channel.
That's okay.
I'm a writer, not a talker.
Oh, I think you do very well as a talker. See you next time.
Bye, writer friends.
Bye.